All right, hey buddy, welcome back to the Colton and Cole Show. This is episode 2. It seems like uh, everybody loved episode 1. I think the rebrand went over pretty well. We got some good feedback. A lot of people liked it. Did you get any feedback on it? Because everywhere I go, everybody always talks to me about the podcast. Everybody seems to like it.
Yeah, I kind of been to myself this weekend because I've been sick the past week. So
Yeah, we'll get into that later.
yeah,
That's kind of the reason why this podcast is coming out.
yeah,
How we didn't stick to our schedule this week, but we should most likely
yeah.
be
I put
returning
something
to.
out on Twitter, and that's why.
Yeah. So yeah, we'll be sticking to the schedule here in this coming week, but yeah, first week back it was kind of but
Kind of a test, if you will.
but yeah,
I mean, it
everybody.
wasn't, but it ended up being a test. So
We fixed one of the things on this video. It seems like we had the Discord link that we had. We were promoting it.
yeah,
Colton set it up and didn't know that it could expire, so fix that.
yeah.
So if you guys
Sorry.
wanted to join the Discord, you can go ahead and click that link now, and you'll actually be able to join and chat with us. So that's fixed. Just a couple minor things, and so if you want to, we can get into the first topic. Since everybody, I guess quarantine isn't like a thing anymore. Everybody's just like going out having fun. We have Colton sent me earlier this week. There was a map of the U.S. and it was like a couple of states were like highlighted in red as the cases were going up. Surprisingly enough, I
It
guess it's
was
probably
like
because
mainly like the southern states like that were like hotter states. Like Arizona's like the worst one right now.
yeah, it was like all the
And
Texas, Georgia, Florida,
yeah,
and
like all
those.
like yeah. And the Midwest ones, like especially Illinois, had like the lowest like case, like declined case in or not the lowest decline. They had the lowest amount of cases, like COVID cases, like throughout that
Which
period.
is good because I'm
We
tired of
were
this COVID, man. And
and
I
we were
hope it
shitting
doesn't.
on JB, and I'm not sorry,
I hope it doesn't
but
return because people are saying that we're at the peak right now where we can have fun, but as soon as it starts getting cold, it's gonna return.
yeah, like in the fall and
Oh,
stuff.
if we have to go through this again, but like, I don't want to deal with it. Went through it. Wasn't fun. A lot of being inside. A lot of
Yeah,
boredom.
imagine if that becomes like a new part of life where like just every like 6 months, oh, quarantine time, fuck.
Yeah, because they had a thing, or they had not a treatment. They had something that they had up, and it was like 3 or 4 months along the line, and then the FDA just said, boom, scratched it and said it didn't do anything. I was just like, well, there goes 3 to 4 months that it's gonna take them to even come up with a new idea of a treat. It's so.
Was that the one that they were doing with the goat?
Yeah, I
Did
think
you
it
see that?
was.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that
dude, they're
was
trying
fucking
so
dumb.
much. They're so freaked out at what. Ah, I want Corona, and I feel like it. A lot of people have given up on the idea of staying inside. Like everybody's kind of going outside. As soon as they opened up the restaurants and everything, I felt like that's when everybody kind of just said, "All right, that's kind of it for it."
Scared when Lakeshore Drive and like stuff like that, like downtown Chicago wise opens up, that cases in Illinois are gonna like I just said Illinois.
Yeah, well, that's
Illinois
the
are
thing,
gonna
because
spike again.
yeah, we're only in like the third stage still, because
Yeah.
I think it's projected to be at close to the final stages by the end of summer. So who knows if we'll spike back up again? I hope we don't. I don't want to spike, but we can talk about a little bit on the last podcast. We decided. I don't know. You decided on it, right? About a storm chasing.
Yeah. So, I had the not so brilliant idea. Well,
Yeah, you're definitely right
it's
about
gonna be
that.
kind of fun. It's gonna be fun. I don't care. It's gonna be a good time. I had the idea that we were like looking to do more stuff, and I said, well, uh, we can like if I get or I didn't say if I
Because
get, but if
this was when
we
we were
get
thinking about ideas, just to like when we
yeah,
were
and I
rebranding.
said like if somebody gets 10 likes on a comment down below, that says storm chasing or storm watching, then we'll do it. And in like an hour, there was already like 7 likes on a comment that said storm watching.
And Colton sent me that, and he was like, "It's getting close," and I'm like,
And guess
God.
whose fucking comment it was?
It's your comment.
Yeah.
So finally, out of nowhere, like a couple of days later, we got a boost in a lot of views, and then today Colton sent me a picture because he looked at it.
Which, by the way, if you're new, join the Discord down below.
We have this time the link works
because
but
we have to re-promote it again because the link fucked. But it's good now.
But yeah,
so
we did get a couple new
it's
subs.
supposed to rain its ass off this weekend, so we might like go down there with our good old phones because we don't have cameras yet.
Yeah, so if the wind's bad on that video, just we gotta save up money. Yeah, we gotta save up. We'll probably try to put our hand there just to like somewhat stop it, and if it ends up just being rain, then we'll probably go around, mess around, and have fun. Who knows?
Yeah, I mean, it's supposed to rain its ass off this weekend, so we might just do it then. Yeah, so.
And so yeah, and then speaking of weekends, this weekend was supposed to be we were supposed to have a kickback at your house, right? For Ben's birthday.
Yeah, but I was sick all week, and then Ben had something that went on, and I was like, "Hey man, we'll have a kickback," and then I was like, "Yeah, about that," and then like, cause I got sick again, like I threw up like 4 times that day. I was like, "Fuck yeah, I'm not toughing this out." I was like, "I just need to sleep." So I took some Theraflu and I just KO'd.
Yeah, I've been getting.
I don't know if it's on my chest.
I don't know if it's just the weather being nicer, but I've been getting headaches, sort of. I don't know what it is, but
well, I get migraines like mainly just because of like the medicine that I take like for my epilepsy, but I don't know if that has anything to do with it. But no, because I was fucking sick as fuck.
Since Colton didn't have that good of a weekend, yesterday, which is because we're recording on Sunday night. Yesterday was Derek's grad party. One of the guests we had on. You can go back, take a look at Derek's podcast if you don't know who that is.
Actually, one of our most popular ones. So man.
Yeah, it actually is.
If you want the D-Man back on, go to that one after you're done watching this one, and
let us know.
Fat like.
Yeah, let us know. But Derek, since he graduated high school, he decided as soon as the party started to die down, he was gonna have his first like couple of drinks to like ease him in, and two of the older guys, Adam and Scott, they went down to the basement and they were like, Derek, come on, let's go shot for shot, and Derek's like, no, I'm just gonna stick to this. I need a Busch Light, and then Adam's like, no, and then Scott said I've never heard of this. He said that his beer clogs up his sinuses. I don't know if I never heard that, but he's like, that's why I only drink hard liquor. So Derek went over there.
That's no excuse.
Derek goes over there. He gets his shot poured. Immediately takes a shot, and it's just supposed to be like a cheers. And then so he takes his first one, and then they're like, no. So Derek's one shot. It's just straight bourbon. So he takes his first shot, and then he has to take another one with them. After the second one, he's like, oh, no, and then he's done. Probably 10, 15 minutes I go outside. He's on the front porch. Grant's feeding him what was it? It was a walking taco. He was feeding them a walking taco. Derek's sitting there just like in his own like world, and then his girlfriend's right next to him. It probably took him an hour and a half till he was like okay, but he went to go take a shower. He was out of it for a bit, but it was kind of funny to see. And then also Jared was out of it too. It's just funny, but it's also like it's crazy to see these guys getting older, and we're almost 21. Because I was talking about that with Cade, and we were just like, it's so weird to see people like younger than us starting to graduate. I don't know. Did you ever get that feeling last year when it was like our first year out of high school? Yeah. I don't know. It felt weird, but Cade was like, trust me, it'll feel way, way different. I told him, because Dawson's the last one to graduate on our block. So once that happens, I'm just gonna be like, damn, I really am getting a little old. But
Boomer.
that's what happened on my weekend. So a couple of people watching this are probably were at that party. So it turns out my weekend was a lot better than Colton's. But I was supposed to go to. Actually, I wasn't actually supposed to be at Derek's that long. I was gonna go. We're gonna have Ben's birthday party, but Colton had to get sick.
I was gonna toughen it out, and then I was like, nah, man, because I had to go on a booze run with my brother anyways, and he was golfing, and he wouldn't get back till like 8 o'clock, and I was like, you know what, fuck it, I'm not gonna make.
Well,
these
has he
guys
been
wait till 8
golfing
o'clock.
like every weekend though?
I guess, yeah. They went to a really nice one last weekend. Like they paid like $60 to get in,
Dang.
like for 18 holes.
Is he even good at golf?
He's about as good as us. So not really.
Do you think you could go out this weekend? Because I'm trying to golf again though. I don't remember
I don't know.
I'm trying to go golfing again.
I don't know.
So you can talk about what you did. What was it, Friday?
Yeah. So first, I gotta start off way back in good old freshman year when we were playing flag football, and Brody Gonzalez grabbed the ball and he started running with it. So I grabbed his flag and I yanked it, but the flag didn't come off. And I was like, well, that's peculiar. And the flag like just wraps around my finger, and then Brody keeps running. I was like, Brody, stop, Brody, stop. And he kept running, and then all you hear is like, and then I was like, huh. And I look down, and my finger is like this, and it's still like this to this day. And then I had to go like to the hospital and all that, and do all that 9 yards.
For people that don't know who Brody is, Brody's like good 200. Yeah, probably 200. And he's a big guy. And imagine him just tugging your pinky finger along, wrapped around a flag. Yeah, that's just not going to end well.
So anyways, on Friday, we were lifting tile because they're like putting new tile into our school or whatever. So I was lifting tile, and then a box fell on me. Like a box like was up on the top shelf, and it fell on my finger, like because I was like getting a box like from below the like the bottom shelf, and it was like a black tile, and I was getting it from the bottom, and then I just heard like, and I like looked up and I saw the box fall. I was like, fuck, and then and it fell on my finger. It's like, fuck.
Right on.
Like three people ran in there. My finger's just like this.
Here, move it more in.
It's just bent.
Jeez,
My finger's just like, yeah. So we went there, we popped it back in, and then.
How'd that feel when they had to pop it back in?
Not great. They did like that spray stuff like that.
Because I've never broken anything.
Oh, so what they do?
I have no idea.
When like you dislocate your finger and you don't pop it in, or not break it, I mean, and you just dislocate it, they take this stuff and like they spray it, and it's like it freezer burns your finger basically. So your finger burns, but it freezes at the same time.
So and then they just pull on it.
Yeah, and then they just pop it in.
Ooh. See, what do you have to? Did you have to wear one of those like things, those like little casts?
Oh, a splint.
Yeah, I'm glad I've never broken a bone in my body, because I don't know. I like using my fingers, my legs, so because I don't know. I can never imagine having a fucking like a broken finger. It pissed me off so much. Or having just a fucking cast where you have to keep your arm right here. What'd you say?
Yeah, it's just a little crooked. It's fine.
What, your pinky?
No, it's actually my ring finger. Like you can still see it. It's like a little crooked.
Oh yeah, right at the end.
Yeah, like right here. This is what it's supposed to look like. This is what it looks like.
You can't really see that big of a difference, really.
This one's going that way. It's like, yeah, that way.
I don't know. I don't see that bad. It doesn't seem that bad.
Yeah, it's not anymore, but it was bad.
You want to talk about the some of the facts we came up with, because we don't have JR's segment on this week because we couldn't since we kind of set up this podcast on this day, we just really didn't ask JR for.
Yeah, we just didn't really have time.
So
we
if
came
we
up
get
with
JR
a
to
new
come up with some more.
we came up with we basically rebranded an old segment and you can go back to our old podcast and watch these segments. So on the old podcast, Dom used to have this segment called Dom's Cold Hard Facts, and we're kind of rebranding this segment into Random Stupid Facts. So
Random stupid facts.
Because that's what they are. So once you hear this first fact, you're gonna know what it is. So the first fact of the day is, or the first random stupid fact I should say is, Benjamin Harrison, the 23rd president of our country, was highly addicted to cucumbers. And his family would hold interventions to get him to cut off of the cucumbers.
Cucumbers are so nasty. Like, I don't like pickles, and they're basically like the same thing. So it's.
I know. Like, how do you get addicted to the cucumbers of the whole thing?
For real? Ugh, I can't. No. I don't know anybody besides old people. I don't know anybody else that likes cucumbers.
Besides old people.
I mean, that's how it is.
Did you want to do your butt one? Because I didn't look it up, or I didn't write it down.
I think I remember. It was the medical term for butt crack is I can hear it. Let me look it up. But you can go on with the next one.
All right. So this goes into the more random part and useless part. A shark is the only fish that can blink with both eyes.
Which that's shocking to me because
yeah, it's just
seriously
I looked at when I was looking at this website the other day that I got these facts from, I was like, wait, what the fuck? And then I looked at a video and it was by Discovery Channel, and it was it's for real true. Sharks are the only fish that can blink with both eyes.
I feel like a whale could though.
No, it can't, man.
Aren't
whales mammals?
Huh?
Or no, dolphins are mammals. That's what it is. Whales aren't mammals.
Just like a regular fish couldn't though. There's no way. But I swear a whale definitely could. But I searched up the term. It's called the intergluteal cleft. I don't know that.
That sounds like an instrument.
And what? What kind of instrument?
That sounds like something you would play in band. The intergluteal cleft. Like the treble clef. Or it sounds like an instrument note.
Well, here, what would it sound like then? I'm like a fucking tuba. All right. What was your next one?
All right. Let me get my. So, a dime has 128 ridges on the edge of it.
There's no way. Dude, it has 40, 50 at max. 120?
28. But yeah.
Wait, hold up. Is a ridge like
the little...
So does one ridge count as it going like this? Is that one ridge?
I don't know.
Because there's no way. There's no way. There's no way.
I'm not a dime expert.
Dude, that's... No. A quarter, maybe. Not a dime. There's no way. That has to be false.
Dude, if that's the case, then a quarter is 400.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying. There's no way.
I'm guessing they're counting a ridge as each base.
I still can't believe it. No, there's no way.
Okay, so the last fact that we're gonna do here today. So there are 293 ways to make change for $1.
Does it show any examples of it? Cause
no.
Here,
they're all just in on the website, they're all just like listed like blank, blank, blank.
All right, let me see, because I just Googled this. Yeah, it says, wait. To use quarters, dimes, nickels, and pennies, there are 242 ways to make change for $1. It's $2.93 if you use half dollars.
Oh, well, some boomer probably made this website.
Well, who goes through the time to even... That means there's over,
Who has a half dollar?
There's 50 half dollars. That's a lot. So it says there's 4 quarters, 3 quarters.
So, yeah.
Jeez. Well, yeah, maybe so. It doesn't... Yeah, I guess, yeah. I mean, it's possible.
$half though, do they mean like 2 quarters, or do they mean like actual half dollars, like the big ass fucking half dollars?
No, the big things. Yeah.
Who the fuck has those? I mean, I have some like that my grandma gave me like when I was 6, but I'm not just gonna go and spend that at a dollar store.
Oh yeah, it's so. Actually, no. I think I only have dollars. Like the coin dollar. I don't think I have any half dollars.
I have a JFK one, but that's about it. So yeah, that's a new fact that's a new segment that we're gonna be bringing to the podcast. Like it's just us two and when we have guests on. So speaking of when it's just us two, we're recording in Discord again, and hopefully it doesn't cut us out. Hopefully it shouldn't, because it's just us. When it was like me, Cole, and Dom, I think it did, just because it was 3 people. So maybe when we have guests, we'll probably use Skype again. But yeah, I don't know.
But speaking of guests, usually we like to record 1 podcast a week where it's a guest, one that's us, just us. But when I was over at Derek's party, a lot of people said that they wanted to be on the podcast. So expect people like Jared, Jack, or Jared Espino, Jack France, Seth Madison, Bo Beischer. There's probably a good 6 or 7 people that want to be on for sure. I bet there's probably more if I reach out to them or they reach out to us. But yeah, we'll probably get on a guest sometime this week, because last week we didn't really worry about that just because it was the whole rebrand. We wanted to give it time, make sure everybody knew about it, because like there's still people that were like that.
Oh, did we ever talk about what we did on Twitter for the rebrand?
Yeah, I think we did. The whole blackout, the
black hole thing.
Yeah. We talked about that.
Yeah, that was funny.
Anybody that didn't watch the first one, go watch that, because that kind of like gives a lot of info on how we're gonna structure the podcast now. Yeah, I don't really know if I've kind of run out of things. I'm trying to think if there's anything else. Cause
I mean,
it wasn't really that much. Nothing really went on this week.
Yeah, I was sick, so I didn't really do much. Yeah. Oh, we do have something to say. Happy birthday to Sir Bennett John.
Oh yeah, we didn't say this. Yeah, happy birthday,
Ben.
Happy
birthday. If you don't know who Ben is, he's an OG guest on a podcast. He's like the 3rd guest, second guest.
If you scroll through, you'll probably see him. We've had him on.
We have him on like 8 times or whatever. Like we have like 31 videos now, and we had him on like 8 of those videos. So
even though it's a little late, I mean, we already told him happy birthday, but just to put it in here, a little shout out to Ben.
Well, it's not that late. We're recording this on Sunday, Ben, so don't get too heated. But anyways, happy birthday, Ben. I think that wraps it up.
Yeah, I think it wraps it up. It's a short little podcast. Nothing really happened this week, but
yeah. So if you guys did enjoy this, go ahead and follow us and all the links down below in the description. Especially Discord, because it works again this time.
Yeah, Colton's really trying to push the Discord.
Yeah, join. No, I'm kidding. Go ahead and leave a like, sub, and peace.